Yo, check it. Alright, yo, what is up? You are back for another video. AMC GME SPY, price targets, predictions, news, and much, much more in this video. Stocks and crypto daily outlook and prediction. But let's not waste any more of your precious time. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. We're going to be hopping in the charts, facts, and data. Let's go. All right, guys, we're in the charts. We're going to be looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. Video is not financial advice. Let's hop right in and waste no time. So we're going in for GME right now. GME stock in a overall falling wedge. You guys can see GME had this nice push to the upside here early this morning. We did get a green day today, breaking above the key levels of $25. If GME can stay above $25 here into tomorrow, you are going to see a pop to the upside. Next critical support and resistance level that we have for GME would be that 25.93, and of course we do have the 26.67 level. If we can break above 25.93, we can push up to that 26.67, and that is a unique spot right now because we do have a possible double bottom starting to form on GME stock. You guys can see that we have this high here of about $33, but if you look, we are starting to form this double bottom structure, and I will show you what I mean by that. We come down, hit a bottom off of this level of about 22.50, getting a bounce, and then coming back down, getting another bounce. And if we were to break above that key level of 26.67, that would confirm this double bottom and mean that GME is going to go back towards that $30 level, and that would be the price target of this double bottom if we broke out of that key 26.67 level. So very interesting setup here on GME as we do attempt to make this double bottom. And it is very interesting because if you guys look at what's happening here as far as the fractal is concerned, this is the fractal from the 2021 run up. You guys can see that we do have a double bottom structure here on the fractal as well. Bottom number one, bottom number two. Now, as far as where we are on the fractal, I do believe that we are in this structure here where you see a push up, then a pull back, and then we lead to a big move up. That means potentially tomorrow we could be seeing a pop to the upside for GME stock, either here tomorrow or Friday. And if GME does stay above $25, that would give us the gamma ramp that we would need to push to the upside, and we could also break those major technical levels, which would give us the technical boost to push to the upside as well. You guys can see GME has a ton of buy orders right here, exactly where we are. There's literally sell orders and buy orders. We're squeezed in between those. So GME in a critical position, ready to pop one way or the other. I think GME is going to be popping to the upside. If we look at what's going on as far as GME news, you guys can see insiders are buying shares of GME. You guys can see that we have insiders buying shares of GME around $24.80, and they spent about $100,000 on those shares. So people are buying shares. They believe in GME. The company is improving, and they are sitting on a ton of cash. Fundamentals are improving. I think we are going to see a potential pop to the upside here tomorrow. Again, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. If you see a break above that 25.93 level, that is a very good sign. And of course, if we hold $25, that's a very good sign. As far as what we could see here early in the rest of after hours and early pre-market, I think we're going to use this falling wedge as support. We're probably going to break out of it here in pre-market and in after hours between these times, and then pop to the upside, consolidating in the morning, and then coming down to about $24, using that level as support, $24.83 to be exact, not $24, $24.83, using that level as support, and then pushing to the upside past that $25 level, confirming it tomorrow. And again, if we confirm $25 as support, you're going to see a nice move to the upside like you did today. And if we break above that 26.67 level, that would confirm that overall double bottom, and that would give us that move to the upside that we are looking for. Again, based off the fractal, GME is going to be making another rally. We've been talking about this rally for quite some time, getting prepared for it, and that rally is going to be to the previous height of the previous rally. So you guys can see relatively close to the same height. That means GME is going to be coming up to about $45 to $50 possibly. So we will be looking for a rally for GME. If GME breaks above that $30 level, that's where things can get really, really exciting. And that's going to be confirming that we are definitely getting this bigger move to the upside, because you guys can see every time we break above that $30 level, we get these big pushes to the upside. And if we break above $30 again, I would expect to see the same thing. So very interesting setting for GME. We are still tracking along with the fractal and watching it every single day. MOAS roadmap, I do cover this stuff live, so if you guys want to track it live with me, go ahead and tune into the live stream. I'm expecting GME to break above $25 and hold that level tomorrow. In my personal opinion, they are stacking up a ton of shares for both AMC and GME, trying to short these things down, again using things like sell walls, short shares to keep these things down, but we keep finding bullish momentum and keep pushing to the upside and keep holding the line. Right now they have 2.7 million short shares available to short for GME, and they are able to get shares relatively easy because of the low cost to borrow, because of the recent dilution. You guys can see cost to borrow still coming down 0.45%. If we do see cost to borrow start to shoot up, you guys can see cost to borrow shot up here and shot up here. That would be indicative of a move about to come, because you guys can see each time that we shot up on cost to borrow, if you line up the dates, you guys will see that the dates are relative to when we had rallies. So you guys can see we popped up here in 5.8 and around 5:30, and if we go to the dates here on GME and just show you what happened around those times, you guys can see here on 5.8, after 5.8 we had this big push to the upside, and after 5:30 we had another big push to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at for GME stock. We want to be watching fundamental data like cost to borrow, technical data as well, and that is what we have. Let's go ahead and move into AMC and show you guys what's going on for AMC stock and continue this video. So AMC stock had a bloody day today, pulling back to the downside, but all is not lost. A lot of people are discouraged right now, but this could be a fake out before a breakout, especially if we manage to reclaim the levels of $5.25. And you guys can see here, and after hours we are reclaiming that level. We broke above the sloping resistance here, which I talked about during the live stream. If we broke above, we could break back above that $25 level. I think we're going to see consolidation here as far as pre-market is concerned, come back down briefly under 525, but then get a boost back above that, holding that level ultimately, and that could send us back towards that 550 level. So I think AMC is going to be holding up, in my personal opinion. We do not want to lose the levels of $5.25. If we did, we would have a price target down at this $5 range. I want you guys to be prepared for that. But as far as what I can see here, it looks like we're going to break back above $25. It's letting RSI cool back down here on the bigger time frames. That way we can make a push to the upside. We did get a decent move because of the Bollinger Bands being very, very constricted, but we're breaking back inside the bands. If we can get back above this blue medium line with the bands being this tight, that means a possibility of a pop to the upside. I want to see it get back above this overall uptrend and maintain this overall uptrend that we've been in. Now, as far as what the fractal is saying, and it is very, very interesting that GME is potentially setting up for a move, because AMC, the move for AMC correlates with GME. So this run up here and on the 2021 fractal correlates with the move right here for GME. So I want to see if AMC can break above the $6 level. That's going to be confirmation for me, letting me know that this move is in play if we can break above the $6 level. And that is what we're looking at here on the channel. As far as where we are, as far as the phases are concerned, I do think we're in phase 7 and 8. A lot of people are saying, do you think we're in phase 6 still? In my personal opinion, I do not think we are in phase 6. If you look at phase 7 and 8, you have a push up to a rejection, and then a failure back down, and then a push up. And if you also look, it's around the peak of phase 5. So if you look at what's going on right now as far as the fractal is concerned, we are consolidating around that peak of phase 5, the same way that you would here on the fractal. We had a long rally to the upside. We topped out. Now we're pulling back. If we consolidate, find a bottom, and push back up, that is going to be confirmation as well. You guys can see we had that overall big rally to the upside. We are now pulling back. If we can maintain the levels above $5, we don't want to lose $5. I really don't want to lose $5.25 ultimately, but the lowest we would want to see to validate this pattern is $5. So if we can maintain above $5, $5.25, that can give us the momentum we need to push back to the upside and give us that phase 7 and 8 push to the upside that we are looking for. Now, if we break above $6, it's not only confirmation, but it's a technical level. Some people are just thinking that I'm making the $6 thing up or something like that. You guys can see when we broke above $6 here, we had this huge blast to the upside, and we even came back down and retested $6 right here and got another bounce to the upside. So every time we break above $6, we really start to blast off. So again, it's a major technical level. Shorts are heavily underwater. There's a ton of gamma there. There's a ton of reasons why if we break above $6, you will see this stock absolutely blast off. And it looks like we are still running with the 2021 fractal. Again, the basic thing about the 2021 fractal is that you have this major move to the upside. You come all the way back down, but you consolidate at these slightly higher levels, and then you start to get volatile, and then you make a much larger move, and that's what I think we could see for AMC. Now, I've talked about price targets in the past couple of videos. I told you guys all of these gap fills are liquidity zones, and I showed you guys when I line this back up. So if I line this up roughly, you guys can see the price targets for the overall rally. Again, this is just speculation at this point, and this is looking far ahead. But if we did see this rally breaking above that $6 level, you guys can see that we could push up as high as $38 to $40, which is right around that gap fill. So I would expect to fill this gap here if we did see this mega rally for AMC stock, based off everything we're seeing here, and that would fill the gap. So that could be a way that all the gaps get filled. We will be seeing if this does occur. If we break above $6, that is going to be more confirmation. Tune into the live streams and tune into the videos and like and subscribe to stay locked in and see where the MOAS roadmap is leading and get accurate technical analysis predictions. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC stock. As far as tomorrow is concerned, again, I think we're going to be consolidating here briefly around that 525 level, coming back down using 520 as support and then pushing to the upside. We also have support at $5.15. We have resistance at $5.31 and $5.34. We ultimately want to break $5.50 because that could help give us a gamma ramp towards that $6 level. And I do think we are in phase 7 and 8 in my personal opinion. So that's what I'm looking at for AMC stock. Let's go ahead and move into SPY. Coming in from post editing, I just wanted to edit this in here. Data drops for tomorrow as well. Do not forget inflation coming out, and this could be a big mover of the market. If we see inflation come out lower than expected, this would boost the market even higher. But if we do see those inflation numbers come out higher than expected, higher than these forecast numbers, and not remaining the same, because the forecast shows that it will probably remain the same and the consensus does as well. If we see the numbers not remain the same and come out higher than expected, you would definitely see the market drop. So be aware of this. Those drop at 8:30. I just wanted to edit that in here. Let's go back to the video. So SPY absolutely going parabolic, hitting that parabolic price target that I gave you this weekend on the weekly outlook and prediction of $560. Now, as far as SPY is concerned, again, SPY calls have been printing every single day, but there's going to be coming a time where that does end, and it might be coming soon. You guys can see volume is dropping off of a cliff at these levels. RSI is out of control. SPY is outside of the bands. This is truly the signs of an unsustainable rally, and RSI is getting to levels that we haven't seen in a long time. You guys can see daily RSI got this high here. We had this pullback. Daily RSI got this high here. We had this pullback. Again, when our daily RSI gets to these high levels, we start to have major pullbacks. You can also see that here on the weekly and monthly MACD, and RSI starting to get so out of control that we are hitting rare signals. Like again, when RSI got overbought here on the monthly time frame, we had this pullback, we had this pullback here, and this pullback here. So we could be setting up for a major correction on SPY, but it looks like it's going to have a blow off top. I told you guys if we were able to break above this channel and use it as support, you would see a big push up, pushing us up to that 560 price target that we did get. Now, SPY is going to be topping out soon, in my personal opinion, and having to pull back because these RSI levels are just way too overbought and the market is extremely frothy. The things that are pushing the market up right now is NVIDIA pushing back up above this 133 critical support and resistance. It does look like NVIDIA is going to make a retest of the 140 all-time high, in my personal opinion, and if it does break above that 141 all-time high, you would see a decent push to the upside. As far as Apple is concerned, Apple is also helping push the market to the upside. So these are the reasons why you're seeing SPY and NASDAQ absolutely pump, as well as the other tech stocks like Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta. So that's what we're looking at for SPY and the overall stock market. Let's go ahead and hop into crypto and then wrap up this video. So Bitcoin still having a struggle of trying to break above that $58,500 level. We want to see Bitcoin break above $58,500 because it is working on possibly rejecting from this overall trend line that it's been in for this overall uptrend. We don't want to see that, because if we do, we will come down towards that 50K level, and if we lose 50K, we could hit that 41K level. If Bitcoin did come down that far, it would be an extreme buying opportunity, in my personal opinion. Now, it does look like altcoin season is starting to come to fruition, though, because you guys can see Ethereum making a decent recovery, coming back above this $3,000 level, and I'm kicking myself in the ass for not buying the Ethereum dip. Again, with all of the hype around the Ethereum ETF, the Sol ETF, I think we could see an altcoin season, especially if we see Bitcoin dominance start to come down. Right now, it's at that 50% level. We want to keep watching it, but if you see it drop below like 40%, that could mean altcoin season is definitely on the way. So we want to be watching that very, very closely, and that means altcoins will outperform Bitcoin. You noticed how Bitcoin was outperforming altcoins, making most of the gains. This will come when change when altcoin season does come into play, and it looks like that could be coming to fruition if Ethereum can maintain this overall recovery. If Ethereum breaks above this sloping support and resistance here, you would see a pop to the upside, and it is forming a possible double bottom. Bottom number one, bottom number two, breaking above the critical support and resistance here. Like I showed you with GameStop, if you broke above that middle level, you could see a pop, and if we continue to hold this level of 3,080 for Ethereum as support, you could see a bigger move to the upside. So, which would solidify and confirm that recovery that we're looking for here for Ethereum. I want to see Bitcoin break above $58,500, which would put it back above that trend line. And again, if not, we're going to have price targets to the downside. That's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin in the overall cryptocurrency market. This is your daily outlook and prediction. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And I appreciate y'all watching. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And I appreciate you if you watch to the end of the video to see it in its entire context. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.